Hello. Today I'm going to show you how I create vocals for music using DECtalk. Like this.
Was there ever a reason? Was there ever a why? Is this all I can do now? Just like on Monday. Was this all for nothing? Was it all for reply? Was there ever a reason? Was there ever a why?
Here's what you will need. Use this website to download the vocals. You'll also want a BPM to milliseconds converter. There are plenty of websites that will do this. Just input the BPM of your song to get millisecond values for each note length. It can also be useful to have a calculator ready. Lastly, you will need a notepad. First, I write the melody using an oscillator. It's a simple instrument that I can hear clearly over any track. I use the oscillator to imagine what the lyrics will sound like over the track, and give me a visual for the code that will go into the TTS. Okay, time to get started. I'll write down the note lengths first. This is where the BPM to milliseconds converter is useful. Next is note values. C4 is 25. I count the notes from there. I'll link a useful Steam page that has the note values as well as phonemes in the description. Now this can be pasted into the text box for convenience. Here are my lyrics. The first line is drowning in the sea. I'll write out the phonemes for the line. This takes some practice, but it's most important to think of how the words are pronounced rather than how they're spelled. For example, a word starting with D, R, such as drowning is pronounced with the J sound, so I'll use the J phoneme here. Next, I add brackets around each syllable to stay organized. Technically, the entire phrase could go inside one set of brackets. Angle brackets come next. These will contain the numbers to code for note length and pitch. Be sure to place the angle brackets after a vowel sound, otherwise DECtalk will enunciate a consonant at length, or just stop after the consonant. No good. Now it's time to input the numbers. Note length goes first, then pitch, with a comma between them. Command error in phoneme. Oops, I wrote a phoneme incorrectly. Let's hear it now. Drowning in the sea 920. Sounds good, so I'll paste this code under my lyrics to keep it and download the audio. Now I can drag the audio file into FL Studio. If I did it right, it should be slightly longer than the section I'm trying to match. First thing I need to do is double-click the audio and set it to Stretch Pro. This prevents it from changing pitch when I stretch it. Now I can adjust the length to match the section. The volume is inconsistent, so I'll also have to cut the sample and adjust each syllable individually. Now I can consolidate the sample to make it whole again. And rename it with the lyrics to stay organized. The next section of the melody is the same as the first, but with an added note. I can reuse my previous work. I'll just add the note on the end. A silence can be added using an underscore. Now all I have to do is change the phonemes. And repeat the process of cutting and stretching. Now it's just a lot of tedious work to get the vocals in place. Let's skip that and just listen to the first verse together. Okay, now it's time for mixing. I'll assign the samples for the first verse to one mixer track and get to work. Let's listen to it unmixed and mixed. Now let's hear the whole song. Thanks for watching. Check out my Bandcamp to download this song.